Welcome to Still in Movement. I'm Ian Jorgensen. I help highly sensitive dancers and movers like you undo pain and tension in your body by resetting your mind and movement patterns. Let's begin. Hello, friend. Today I wanted to address the performer slash perfectionist way of thinking and how that can show up in your body and also what you can do about it. So as dancers, particularly highly sensitive dancers, we trained with our bodies and we trained in techniques. We trained to learn choreography that was often quite specific in what we were supposed to do, how we were supposed to look, where our body needed to be at a certain moment in time. And we would receive feedback that was very easy to take as criticism. And you can also internalize that criticism and start to view your own body in a more judgmental, evaluating way about where it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to be doing, what it's not supposed to be doing, and developing this way of controlling it. That starts to lead to this perfection. So this perfectionist way of thinking, that there's this right way, there's the perfect way to have your body be moving, there's the perfect shape to make. And that may have served you when you were dancing more, when you were performing. I would actually question if it really did serve you. For many of us, myself included, that's just the only way I knew how to do it. I didn't know that there were other ways of approaching it. That's just what came out. That's what I thought I had to do. So that's what I developed. And maybe that did serve you when you were performing or learning certain techniques, but it is not really healthy way to live your life out in the world, to just live your everyday being. Because what that can start to do, that perfectionist way of thinking, of trying to control your body that way, as if you're using it in your everyday life, it generally will show up as effort and tension and holding in your body. And over time, that effort and tension and holding starts to have an effect. And we usually feel that effect in terms of pain or discomfort or something just not working the way you're used to. So also when we're younger, a lot of us, we could just take our body for granted. And we could just take our movement for granted. It's like, well, I want my body to do this, and it does. Or if it doesn't quite do it, I'll just try harder. I'll make it happen. So if we're used to moving that way and in forcing our body to move and forcing it to do something, and then or just taking it for granted, and then it doesn't work the way you're used to, and your pattern is to force it, if that ever happened in class or on stage, that is definitely going to flow into the rest of your life. And particularly as we get older, that is not the best way to be living. It just doesn't feel that good. So what we can do is to start to recognize when that pattern comes up in you. When do you, if something happens in your body, especially like an ache or a pain, notice when your response to that is to push back against it. And it's totally understandable. For a lot of us, we didn't know there was anything else we could do. So you might not even know you're doing this. You can start to get curious to see, is that my response? What does happen when I feel discomfort or pain in my body? How do I respond to it? That's important to notice. And then just for right now, check out if even now, if you're trying to perform a little bit in your body, if you're trying to kind of hold yourself together, be a certain way, that's so easy for us to do, is to hold ourselves and be a certain way because we developed it to be on stage, to do the choreography, to do the technique. But we don't have to do that right now. Instead, I'd like to invite you to start by leaving your shoulders alone. So just when I said that to myself, my shoulders softened a little bit. Leaving your shoulders alone doesn't mean hold them where they are and don't let them change. That would not be leaving something alone. Holding it tightly is not leaving it alone. Stop trying to make your shoulders be something or be in the right place. Mine just did it again, particularly my right one. I don't know if you noticed it. It just softened a bit more. I didn't even know it wasn't soft to begin with, but just that invitation to leave them alone. You can notice where you already are. If you're sitting, notice that you're sitting and allow yourself to sit. Leave your spine alone for a moment. That doesn't mean it has to collapse. Maybe when you leave your spine alone, you do round. That's okay. If you notice, oh gosh, I've just been holding my spine up. Just holding and holding. Oh, can I just let it be? That's fine. Leave your breath alone. And this might be a challenge, because if you spent a long time trying to finesse your body, perfect it, get it to be just so, to move just so, leaving it alone can be like, what? How do I even do that? You do it by starting with the invitation. Even if it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense right away, it's okay. This is a place to begin. Leave your spine alone. Leave your breath alone. Leave your shoulders alone. My right shoulder dropped again. There's something there. That tells me I can just be aware that I start to hold into my right shoulder when I'm not giving it that attention. And if something like that comes up for you, just take note of it. It's not something you have to judge. It's not something you have to try to perfect. That's that old way of thinking coming back in. And you don't have to have that come in and tighten you back up. Just notice it, say thank you, and then leave it alone. Okay, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it, please let the mysterious algorithm know by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. And if there are any questions you have or something that particularly resonated with you, please leave that in the comments. I read those, and those will help me make future videos that will speak to you and help you, because that is the purpose of these. Till we meet again, take care.